Hey there, I'm David McBride. I'm about to do a video of my 2008 Chrysler Sebring 3.5 liter V6, the third generation convertible, on how to replace the crankshaft and the camshaft sensor in my niece. Say hi, there's my niece Jasmine. Say hi, Jasmine. She's out helping me work on my car. So here is the 2008 hardtop. It's been having a hard time starting. When I crank it, sometimes it just cranks for a few seconds, and I read that possibly the camshaft sensor and a crankshaft sensor. So I have got this cover off. That is the V6. I'm on the driver's side, and I had a kind of a hard time finding anything that would show me where the crankshaft sensor was, but I looked around, and if you look down here between their filter housing and everything and down there, and it's back here, and it's a little bit hard once you get it out to like twist it. I've already changed it right now, so but the new one is in there. And then the camshaft sensor is over on the other side, and I might have to take my alternator off. It's down here behind the alternator. I don't know if you can see that in there. I'm trying to touch it. It's right there. Lighting's not good, because I could turn a flashlight on. So there it is, and there's a little bolt back in there. So I'm gonna see if maybe I can get a bolt in there without taking my alternator off. But we're gonna try to start it real quick and see if it, just the crankshaft sensor helps. So Jasmine wants to say hi again. Stay back from the engine. I'm gonna start the car, okay? And we'll see if it, I will, but hold on, I'm trying to. So we're gonna put the key in, and we're gonna start. Nope, that crankshaft one did not fix the slow start. So we're gonna try to get the, actually that was the crankshaft one. So now we're gonna change the camshaft, and I'll do that, but I'm not gonna video it. All right, well, nice meeting y'all. Hopefully this helps someone who needs to change those sensors. Okay, so I am back, and I've got an 8mm wrench. The other one was a 10mm, and it would be nice if I had a longer extension, but I can kind of get that down in there. It's a little bit tough, especially I got some kids here that are wanting some attention. So I'm going to try this, and then I'll show you again. I'll be back. Okay, I was successful getting the old one out, but now I'm going to put the new one back in. I think I'm going to stick that bolt through there and try to stick it, because it was a little bit tough squeezing my fingers down in there. So wish me luck and pray that this solves the long crank time. If not, back to the drawing board, and if anyone has suggestions, please put it in the comments. Thanks, bye. I figured before I put it in there, I would try to take a picture of what's down in there. So it's pretty critical that you don't get anything and drop it down in there. That looks like a place where you don't want to drop stuff. All right, here we go. All right, so I got the bolt on, but this time I just took the extension and the thing and put it on there. That's not helping. And then I put the elbow now at the top to give me a little bit of angle room to tighten that up. So I'm going to tighten it up, hook the connector back on, and we'll try to fire it up again. Okay, the new one is in there, and that little screw broke loose pretty easy, so I didn't put a whole lot of force on it. I don't want to break something or strip something. And also there's an O-ring on that, so I don't think it needs to be super tight. But here is the wiring harness I guess if you're watching this and you want to know how to unclip that, there is really just a tab right here that you push down on that tab and then pull, and that's both of them, the one the crankshaft. So there's that. We're gonna make sure that we don't have anything that could bang stuff up when I turn the car over. The problem we're gonna have right now is that sometimes this thing starts easy once it's been started. So I'm not gonna call it a success just because it fires up right away this time. But let's see. You know, it did fire a lot faster than normal. I will follow up with you all and let you know if I think that I fixed it. You know, one other thing I read about the slow start, the long crank time, that could be a problem is your mass airflow controller, and that's back there. I've got that cover off. There's your air filter, and then there's a screw here and a screw here, and I'm gonna go ahead and loosen those up and take those off and look inside that. I'm gonna pause the video while I do that, but again, screw, that hose should just wiggle off. Okay, so I've got the screws loosened up, and really that just pulls off. I probably didn't even have to, but mine looks really clean in there, so I really doubt that that's a problem for me. So you might want to check yours, see if it's dirty. Mine's clean. And just so you get an idea, these things are really easy to put on and off. There are in here these little nubs that have that little thing on them, and there's a couple more back. Here's one and here's one. So there's two up front and two in the back. On the underside of this, you'll see there are holes, and you just line those up, or you push it on, and then to get it off you just kind of yank up on it, one of the edges, and I don't think you could break it or do it wrong. It's kind of hard to do with my hands full, so I'm going to set this down for a second. So I just kind of lined it up, and you just kind of push it and it clicks in, and you can see that it's there. And when I pull it off, I just kind of, I don't know, find a place and yank, and it comes up. So pretty easy. Just kind of makes it look clean in there. Maybe keeps dust and debris from getting in there. Well, I better take that sensor out of there. And there's a screwdriver. We'll let this thing cool down, and I'll fire it up a few times over the next few weeks, and I'll let you know if I fixed it. And oh, by the way, I've got this weird neck speaker. It's a monster neck speaker, and I love it. It's got really great sound. Maybe I'll put a link down in the thing. I don't usually recommend things, but this is one of my favorite new buys. It's a little skewed on my neck, but I love it. Okay, later.